Good evening, good evening. Welcome to the BlissSpot show with Blessing Dimkpa. This evening we have our guests in the house. Beautiful guests with us, Joy. Well, welcome. Good evening, viewers. This is the BlissSpot show. Welcome. Welcome. You look beautiful.
And you
Welcome
too.
you.
Look amazing. Thank you so much for inviting me to
You're
your
welcome.
BlissSpot show. I'm so glad to be in your midst. And as you rightly said, I am Joy Chinwe A.D, the author of The Morning Sunset, a youth motivator who always like encouraging youth to, be who they are and work hard, always be determined and focus. With God, everything is possible.
Yeah.
So, that's who I am.
Perfect. Lovely. Lovely to have you in BlissSpot show. The youth motivator, you empower the youth to be what God asks them to be on earth, to direct them, because most of them sometimes go in order way for them not to miss that track. Thank God for making yourself available to reach out to the youth. We welcome you one more time. In a nutshell, can we just know The Morning Sunset? What inspired this book?
Yes, there are a lot of things that really inspired me in writing the book. When I moved down to Italy to join my husband, there were a lot of stories among immigrants, and there is something I noticed, the impression about Africans. There is this stereotype about Africa. When anybody who has not traveled to Africa, even our own children, hear about Africa, what normally comes to their mind is violence, hunger, war, children dying of one disease or the other. So this is a book that will really impact those that have not traveled to Africa to know that Africa is not really only what they view in television or news. That there are a lot of things that they can still, a lot of good things they can still find in Africa. And when you come back to Africa, where we come from, especially Nigeria, there is this belief for those who have not visited the West. They think that, West is a place where money flows. That is, you wake up in the morning, just move along and pick money on the road. Or there is a tree you can go and pluck money. So this will I say it's desperation amongst us. They believe that that is the only place they can travel to make money in order to help their families. But with my experience, almost how many years in the West, I don't think that here is the only place to make that money. There are opportunities we have in Africa, although I know there are things going on around our place. But my main point of writing my book, The Morning Sunset, is just to sensitize our people. So those that believe in this, that they want to go to West or Europe to look for a greener pasture, and they take a perilous journey through the desert and the sea. So with the experience I have in my years here, I don't think it is the best decision to do. It doesn't really, the life I see here doesn't really worth one taking such risk. If you really want to travel to abroad, I believe it is good to do the normal procedure, the normal process. and your life. And you know, if you are coming to get your documents, and your life will be better rather than traveling through the desert. And the worst thing is, those of them that really take this decision, like in my book, the Victor I used as the main character, he sold the only yielding property the parent had in order to realize the money. And you see, it is just enriching the swindlers, because the swindlers will deceive them, promise them heaven and earth, but it doesn't worth it at all. So I decided to write the book to sensitize our people. And the book is so interesting that it is written in a simple language that anybody can read it, young, adult, old. It's really interesting and a very pathetic story.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. I love that side you talk about, letting the world know that there are also good parts in Africa, not just the ones you see. It's what's letting the world know that we still have good things. We still have good resources to know. You know, Africa is not all about hardship. It's not all about violence. There are also good stuffs and well-educated people as well. In this book, The Morning Sunset, you talk about the character Victor. Yeah. Now, in a nutshell, I want to know tell us about the story. How did you get the story? Was it a life story that you compiled to let us know how the story came about?
I know, I'm just laughing because when I wrote the story and published it sometime in 2013, so I received so many calls from people that I've not seen before, and they were not among the people I interviewed. So they were just asking me, did I write about them? That the content of the story is just everything about their life history. So how did I come about that? So it is a story that many people can relate with. So I wrote the book based on research, based on what I saw happening when I was in Italy. And I interviewed majority of them. I even helped some of them, which they still, up till now, they are very grateful. So it is a life story written in fiction.
Okay, so it's a life story written in picture. Now I want to ask you, do you still get in contact with trying to reach out to the youth? How are you empowering them in order for us not to get more victims to this storyline you've written in The Morning Sunset?
Yes, I'm trying to have a big program in Nigeria regarding to this, because my mission is sensitizing our youth, encouraging them to, be determined, let them not be deceived. There is green pasture in any place you are, except only if you can, like one Amanda, I don't know whether many people will know her, and inauguration, USA inauguration on, when was that? On 20th. So this Amanda said that there is light everywhere, only if you can see it, or only if you will be brave to receive it. So I believe that there is light. Even in Africa, people think that there is nothing you can do there, or you cannot make living over there. I know the situation is bad because our leaders are not really helping, but there are opportunities. There are big opportunities over there. It's just only being determined, focused, and do whatever you can do, and always believe in your God. So I'm trying to do a big show, if not because of this COVID issue, so that is delaying the show. But I believe that sometime, anytime, I can still go on with the show.
I believe I believe it's gonna be helpful. I believe it's gonna be helpful because so many out there who hasn't gotten those enlightenment, who hasn't gotten this orientation about it. They have to know. And my prayer is when they come in contact with this program you want to hold, they should be able to listen and head on to it, because most of them will hear it, but they want to like go test and experience it themselves. Who's going to be at the end of the day a hard story for them?
I know. And as you are saying, majority of them always say this. You are saying that abroad, because they normally use the word abroad. You are saying that the West is not good. The West is not good. What are you still doing there? Why not come back? If you are saying that or discouraging us from coming here, then what are you still holding? What is still holding you there? Why are you still there? So you come back and be with us in Nigeria and see how I understand. I really understand, but the message is it doesn't want traveling through the desert and the sea. Majority of them say that they are going for a greener pasture. I ask myself, how can somebody say that he or she is traveling to look for a greener pasture through the desert? If we understand the meaning of desert, like dictionary defined desert as, let me just give the correct definition from dictionary. It says that a desert is a barren area of landscape where little precipitation occurs, and consequently living conditions are hostile for plants and animal life. That is, the situation is hostile. So you can imagine, plants is somebody who is saying that he or she is traveling to abroad or traveling to Europe to look for a greener pasture via desert. How can you get a greener pasture through the desert? And from the definition, you find out that it is a hostile place where plant and even animal cannot even stay. So this is just an analysis for us to understand that is a dangerous way to travel to abroad. Anybody that is convincing you, please don't spend your money through that route. It doesn't work. The life here does not worth taking such routes.
So could we say most of those things that makes them to embark themselves into this journey, like you said, is a hostile place and is not meant for human being? Is the government, are they part of the problem that leads our youths to go into such journey? Or should I say their parents as well? Are they contributing to what the decision for them to embark on such journey?
I know. I will say that our leaders, the government, is contributing 99% of young people traveling to West through the desert and the sea. And those deaths that occur are in their heads, honestly, because if you see the risk, the abuse, the intimidation these people go through, honestly, you don't, even your enemy, you will not wish him or her such thing. They go through humiliation. So because of the way our government is, we have resources, we have natural resources that can be used in order to produce, in order to help our children. Although I'm on the side that our youth, it is high time, to let government understand. It's not government that will provide employment. We need to ask government to provide us those amenities, those structures that will help us put our own investment on this state. Because if you come to the West, like here in the United Kingdom, how many jobs do you think that the government provide? You have 80% of private sectors. Rather than you see government sectors is about, when you talk about NHS, or schools, and but majority is private sector. So in Africa, what I'm trying to say is, in Africa, I believe that what our government should do for us is, putting up those things that will help us. When you talk about security. So if I'm an investor who wants to establish a business, at least I will, first and foremost, I will think of security. If I invest in this area, is my business going to be secured? So if government put up that security for the citizens, it will attract investment. Even it will attract foreign investors. Putting up good standard electricity. These are those things that will help in business. So when those things are in good state, I think it will attract many investors, thereby creating job opportunities for our people. And again, we shouldn't forget the health part of our bringing up health infrastructure, because that is very, very necessary, so that when one is sick, he knows that I'm going into a hospital, and be rest assured that the hospital has the correct and appropriate equipment to take good care of him or her.
Like eventually you've just answered more of the questions I want to go in asking. How examples on how to change the narrated story in our continent, Africa, which I believe, if you still have more kids, I believe the facilities, which are the electricity, the good road, the security, which is more important. Your safety first is more important. Safety of your business. Is the environment safe for you before you could think of investing? So these are the major things on the examples on how to change the narrated story about this morning sunset in our continent, Africa. So these are the things Africans are suffering today, which if they put in place, things are going to be better. We will see the less number of people traveling, looking for greener pasture in a wrong way, where they are supposed to go at the right process, which is getting their visa and coming down here and get their life the way they want to have it. So in so far so good. This is so educative. You've really taught us a lot, and I believe the youth that are watching this or that will come in contact with this video will be able to know that even with that, you can still have a better life, and there is also a good way for you to come to the Western world. Get it in the proper way, get it in the right way. Going through desert is not advisable. So with this video, we are encouraging the youth here with the youth motivator. I believe she's into that, and she's planning to come have some seminars back home in order to enlighten us, and also to orientate most of them who don't know how it is. So we pray and we believe that this assignment that God has placed in your hand will be able to be actualized, because it's something that worth doing. We thank you, Joy. So far so good. The Morning Sunset is really a very nice book for everyone to come in. So we want more encouragement from you. Where can we find this book, and what word can you leave for the youth from the BlissSpot show?
Right, I will also use the opportunity to maintain on those that have not really traveled to Africa, not to believe only what they see in television. That stereotype about Africa. If you ask a young person who has not been to Africa, what do you think about Africa? The first thing that comes to that person's mind is violence, war, mosquitoes biting people, and poverty. So please, this is an opportunity to let those who have not traveled to Africa understand that Africa is a lovely place. I so much love Africa. I so much love Nigeria. honestly, and one day all of us will be there. There are majority of people who really wants to go back
Good
to
plans.
yeah.
Plans.
But as we mentioned earlier about security and putting things in place that will encourage so many of us. So the book can be found in Amazon. Yeah, and youth, I'm really your motivator. I like encouraging in this 21st century. There are a lot of opportunities. A lot of opportunities. There is light. Always remember Amanda Gorman's speech. There is light everywhere. Only if you can see it. Only if you are brave enough to receive it. So be determined. Be focused. Don't let anyone deceive you. There is greener pasture everywhere, anywhere you are. Focus and don't believe those that tell you that, oh, Africa is abroad, or Europe is a bed of roses. It's a place you can come in order to make money fast. It is not that way. So be warned, be smart, think smart, and invest appropriately.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, we have from our guest today. And quickly, I want to remind us that this is the BlissSpot show, where we encourage people, where we believe that every soul is created for a purpose. Here we welcome guests who have actualized things, who have done things and discovered their purpose. We are asking everyone from this platform today, discover your purpose. Walk towards your purpose. When you identify your purpose, you will overcome the stigma of inferiority. You will know where you're going and you will get there as soon as possible. But when you are wallowing, you don't know what to do. Come to this platform. There are a lot who has written books, who have gotten things. Most of them are business owners. If they could do that, you can as well do that. This BlissSpot show is here to encourage everyone who is confused on what to do. You don't know the direction to go. Here we are welcoming people who are doing it right, who are getting things well. You can come here and get inspired from our guests. Here the BlissSpot show, we keep encouraging everyone, young, old, wherever you're watching from. This show is for you. You can get your dream come true when you keep watching this show. We thank you, our guest, Joy Chinwe. We thank you for putting this morning sunset into place. I have a copy and truly I was blessed. So much knowledge in this. It's going to guide you. If you're confused, especially the youths, this book is for you. Go grab your copy and enjoy it. This 2021, you have to discover your purpose. You have to know your goals and work towards it. If you are lacking, reach out to the BlissSpot show. We welcome those who have done it so you can do it. Try us today. Reach out to us. We are in every platform. We're in Instagram, we're in Twitter, we're on Facebook, all over. Reach us there on YouTube, where our videos are there. Watch them. Reach out to those who have actually done what you want to do. If maybe that's your dream, contact us. We have a family who can help you. Now we have a youth motivator. Here we are. Reach out to us. We will get to you as soon as possible. We welcome you one more time, our guests. We thank you for being with us this evening. Thank you, viewers. We love you all.
I'm really glad to be with you.
It's our pleasure.
It's really an interesting show, and I believe we will work together. Thank you so much, and always watch out for BlissSpot show.
Thank you, viewers. God bless you this evening. We're so excited for the enlightenment. We bless you. We thank you. May God bless you. See you some other time. Watch out the spot for more videos, for more guests. See you next time. Bye. I remain your God blessing.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Stay safe. Bye.